Here's my number 2. You guys ready? Imagine differently. Now, when I or some people hear these spiritual manifestors talking about imagination being the seed, the law of attraction, sometimes I want to slap them straight across the mouth. Because it's way out in the ether. It's this like cosmic, nonsensical, no practicality to it kind of explanation that doesn't really help anybody. But what I'm about to tell you is science, bitches. This is straight up and down science, bitches. Science. You got to imagine things differently. Okay? So if you are in the shit, if you do want to stop the victimization mindset, and I said my number 1, loads of people ask me questions, now I'm answering them, right? If you want to stop all this stuff, you want to get out of the darkness, you want to stop the victimization mindset, you have to imagine things differently. But now, what does that mean? Why does it work? And how is it science? Okay, we've profiled this before, and we're going to do it again. Because it's science, bitches. There's 4 ways or 4 phases of learning anything. In order: unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, unconscious competence. What does that mean? Insofar as getting out of the victimized mentality, getting out of the darkness, appreciating the light, and imagination. How does that all work? Well, unconscious incompetence means you don't know what you don't know. Until that me and Carrie right now are bringing to your attention that your thoughts are probably pretty shitty. You're calling yourself fat. You're calling yourself lazy. You're calling yourself unworthy. You're doing it on repeat. But until we called awareness to that, you might not have really known. Or you might have thought, well, that's just normal. That's just me. That's just my destiny. None of which is true. Okay? So unconscious incompetence means you don't know what you don't know. So you have to bring some awareness to it, and that's what we're trying to do today. So now, you listen to your thoughts. You feel your emotional profile. Are you anxious? Are you afraid? Are you worried? You understand your physical well-being. Are you in pain? Does your back hurt? Your hips? You appreciate your behaviors. Are you always reaching for junk food to comfort yourself? Are you always delaying or procrastinating on doing that work because you're afraid? You've got to start bringing awareness to that stuff. And when you do, you move into conscious incompetence. Now, what does that mean? Well, now you know what you don't know, but you don't like it necessarily. You hear this shit nonstop. You feel this anxiety now more than you ever did before. You recognize that you're always self-sabotaging. Your behaviors are never aligned with what your goals are. And you're in more physical pain than you might have realized. Now, as bad as all that sounds, it's a good step. Because all of that stuff can live beneath the surface of consciousness for your entire life. You've got to bring some light to the shadow. That was my number 1. Know yourself. Are you anxious? Are you afraid? Are you worried? Are you in physical pain? Are you self-sabotaging regularly? Are your thoughts and your words in your head very victimized, very negative, very angry, very sad? So bring some attention to them. And once you have them on awareness, you can start the process of imagining something different. What do you want for your life? Okay? If you can answer that question, even in one part of your life, you can answer, I want to lose 40 pounds. I want to have more money. I want my business to be ELF, to be easy, lucrative, and fun. I want to be loved by somebody. If you can answer any part of your life, what do you want? Then immediately today, start imagining that on a regular basis. Start imagining having more money. Start imagining being in a fulfilling relationship. Start imagining about you looking 40 pounds lighter, you feeling it. Start imagining being out of pain. Now, what does that look like? Whatever you want it to look like. We don't hold the master key over your imagination. You do. But you need to begin the process of daily imagining different for your life or parts of your life. When you do that, you vault into conscious competence. You know what that means? It means now you're starting to change things. Your imagination, your unconscious story is starting to morph to align with that imagination that you are consciously doing on a regular basis. Now, do that enough? Do it routinely every day? You vault into the final phase of learning unconscious competence. What does that mean? That's just the way you think now. You kind of just are always thinking about you making more money, you losing weight, you being in a fulfilling relationship, you feeling good about yourself. It just becomes second nature. It doesn't require a conscious attention anymore. Now, when you've gotten there, you're there.
Yeah.
You're there. Now, how is this science, bitches? Number one, the phases of learning are well-documented realities of neuroscience. But number two, it's not flippy. It's not manifesty. It's not spiritually gobbledygooky. Your actions, habits, and behaviors every single day align every day with your imagination. If you are overweight but don't want to be, if you are lacking money and want more, if you want your business to roll but it's not, if you want to be in a serving, fulfilling, happy relationship but aren't, it's because that is the dominant thought you're carrying. You want to change it? Change what you think. Change your imagination. Your actions, habits, and behaviors will align with that new imagination. That's how you change victim mentality. That's how you get out of the darkness. That is the how that you all asked.
Whew.